Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Look who is here. Josh, so happy to see you. I miss you guys.
I miss you
Really.
guys too.
Yeah. So, what's up with you? What's going on? Oh, wait. Before we start, let's open a space.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. And we want to invoke all the beings of light. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, to hold a space in the four directions. Metatron, Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. María Magdalena, María la Mayor, Jesús, Christus, extraterrestrial beings of light, brother and sisterhood of light, the elementals, Pachamama, Madrecita, Sofía Gaia, Theta, your higher self, your council of light, my higher self, my council of light. For this interview to go directly into everybody who needs it and who is connected into our energy. And love and compassion. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, honey. So since when you left? When
So
you
I
were
moved over to Canada February 4th.
in February, and since February I've been seeing you and participating of your amazing events, and I love it. I love every time. So how we can find you and what you have to offer through Bagua and all our clients and people
Beautiful.
who wants
So
to know.
yeah, so it's been a pleasure working with Bagua specifically. Thank you so much for bringing me on the team. It's incredible. And I started with the Reiki circle, and it's just really been amazing to be able to facilitate and assist and heal in that way. But nowadays I'm posting a lot of content online. I'm posting, like, my main profile is on Instagram, so you can kind of feel out my vibe and find out who I am. I'm posting videos on YouTube as well and Facebook. But what I actually do is I hold workshops, and I work with people with a specific breathing modality, powerful breathing modality called gamma breathwork. And this isn't like, say, holotropic or shamanic breathwork. It's different. It's more of like, if we're in a group setting, like in a workshop, for example, in the workshop that I host with my partner Cecilia, who will be getting interviewed later, we come together in a sacred space, in a meditative space, and then the gamma breath work works by people kind of tune in. You meditate, you tune in, drop in, and then we do these special sequences that activate. They bring you to a gamma state. And gamma is the highest operating brain state that we have access to. So by doing these specific sequences, it brings us to a very high brain state, which is a very deep meditative state. And then within this state, you're super connected to your intuition and to your higher self. So we can very rapidly release energy blocks, and energy that's within you that's holding you back from aligning to your higher self. And what that looks like and how that manifests in your life in every day, as like a trauma or an addiction or a behavioral pattern or a thought pattern that isn't serving you. If there's resistance, or if there's toughness in your life and it's not aligned and it's not comfortable, then that means that there's something within you that's blocked. There's a blockage. So these sequences allow us to go into the brain and the body and to very rapidly release this blocked energy using specific intention and focus. And then we take that energy and put it towards creating positive habits and achieving goals, and using this energy, this life force energy, and put it towards creation instead of it just being blocked within your system.
Very good. I had the pleasure to participate in the times that George was with us at Bagua Center, and also I had a private session, which was very, very powerful. You know, it goes directly deep in the subconscious mind and very fast. So tell us a little bit about the technique itself, how it works, and do we need to be sitting down? We can be laid down, or how that works? How
Beautiful.
also how long it is?
Mhm. So most of my clients are sitting up so that you're very attentive, and it's more of a meditative practice so that you're aware and you're really diving in a meditative form. The sequence itself, the practice itself, it's a couple different sequences from a minute to 2 minutes each. And I guide you along different visualizations and we set different intentions. During a session, for example, most sessions are either an hour to an hour and a half. Okay. So then we come in, we kind of decide what the client wants to work on in that day. Maybe you're dealing with fear or anxiety, or you have insecurities or an addiction that you want to overcome. We just kind of figure out what it is that you want to work on. And then we set the space by bringing you into a gamma state by doing a sequence. But then as we're going along, you start to have things come up, because as we do these sequences, we're activating the pineal gland, which releases DMT, dopamine, serotonin. So it releases all of these powerful transformative molecules within your body that allow you to very rapidly reprogram yourself. So as we're doing the sequences, it's a give and take with the client. You kind of tell me what's coming up. And then as I'm feeling into what you're experiencing, we guide the breaths based on that, releasing things that aren't serving you and replacing it and putting brand new healthy programs, if you will.
Very good, very good. I really felt very good doing it. And you also do groupals, right? So you're talking about private sessions, but you also do groupals, right?
Yep. Yep. And I also do workshops and groups. So the groups, they work in a, if you, what I feel is most powerful, because this technique, it's very cohesive. It brings people that are doing it together into the space together. So it's almost like synchronizing everybody. So if you're a business owner, for example, and you have employees and you would like everyone to kind of attune to the same level so that everyone is aligned and working towards the same goal in a more efficient manner, it's incredible for working with companies. If you have a group of friends and you are just like incredible friends and you want everyone to have an incredible experience, I also do group sessions in that manner. And we also have a workshop coming up with Bagua. There's a full moon ceremony tomorrow, and then we're doing a workshop on Saturday. So if you're interested in any of those.
Ooh, let us know about the full moon. What's going on tomorrow? I'm gonna be there for sure. With this moon, you know, in these days that I have to slow down, and it was very good for me to really slow down. I've been, you know, biking and going to see the sunset. Yesterday, I went to South Beach to
Mhm.
see, and the moon was spectacular. So tell us about what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, so Cecilia
Excited.
and I tomorrow we're having a full moon ceremony. It's going to be held by Bagua online, so it's incredible. And you're going to get to experience a little bit of the gamma breath work if you're interested in that. But she's also going to lead us in a meditation. So we're kind of just going to take all the energy from the full moon and to set our intentions and align to the person that we want to become moving forward.
That's pretty cool. And then you say after tomorrow you have another event?
Yep, there's another event on Saturday through Bagua as well. And we're doing the full-blown workshop that we do. It's called Evolving Consciousness. It's incredible.
And what is it?
It's
What is all about?
Yeah, so the way that the workshop works is you come in and then it's broken into a few different stages. So Cecilia is a psychic, a channeling medium psychic, and she channels a meditation. And what that means is that the meditation is different every day. Every group is different. Her guides come through and give a message to the group depending on the energy of the group. And then I lead a gamma breathworks, like about an hour of gamma breathwork, and we go very, very deep into the emotions, into the body, and release things that aren't serving you. And then her guides come in again and give a channeled teaching. So again, the channeled teaching is always unique. It's always different. Her guides speak to the crowd at the vibration that they're at. And as she's speaking, your vibration's getting attuned to a higher level. So by being in the space and doing this work, you're actually being attuned to align to your higher self in a quicker way. And then at the end, she's going to be doing psychic questions and answers. So if you have any questions about your life, about your purpose, about your relationships, or you need clarity on any specific thing, you have the chance at the end to ask her questions.
That's great. That's great. So you guys gonna find all the links below. Or also you can go to baguacenter.com and find all the information on Instagram, our page, Bagua Center, or Facebook, or again, the website. Oh my God, I'm so excited with all what you're doing. You guys are very powerful together. I mean, you're only young in this lifetime, but you're really also, both of you. It's incredible. It's really, really beautiful the work that you're doing, and how deep you can connect with that tool that you use, which is the breath. It's beautiful. It's really, really. You know, I'm very always in the going, right? So for me, breath exercise are really calm me down. And I remember that day that we did it, I saw so many patterns,
Mm-hmm.
and it was incredible see all that light. And it was a lot of light in different shapes, and it's incredible to go there just with the breath.
Yeah, and the sequences are very powerful for activating the third eye. So a lot of the people, the clients that I work with, they tell me that they see colors or they see patterns or they can speak to their guides a lot easier because it's very top chakras. It's very activating and opening. And it like doing these sequences are so potent. My teacher would tell me that doing an hour session like talk therapy is equivalent to doing one session or like one breath sequence. So 2 minutes of breathing is equivalent to 1 hour of talk therapy because of what it's doing at the conscious level, at the like in the consciousness. It's activating you so deeply that it's reprogramming you. So instead of, because talk therapy, it would take multiple sessions to work through an issue because you're kind of just talking about it. But as you're doing these breathing sequences, focusing on the issue, on the trauma or the addiction, you're focusing on the actual block, and then you go in with this tool with the breathing and you unlock it. So what the talk therapy, where you're kind of gently brushing the energy every single time, the breathing, it gives you the power back to go in to do the healing work yourself. So you become your own master, you become your own healer, which we all are, but we just need to be reminded of that.
Yes, it's so true, and that's what Bar was all about. We wanted to teach you guys how to really connect with yourself, the power that you have. So how to claim it, how to bring it down, how to use it, because we all have tools. And yeah, the breath is one of those amazing tools that we don't really use. And it's there, it's accessible to all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about you, who you are, and where you come from, and a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so my life story, it's a lot, but I'll see what I can fit in here. So I'm currently living in Canada, but I grew up in a small town in Florida called Delray Beach, and I had like a middle class family. Everything was cool, but then my mom got injured, and kind of everything in my life got shooken up. Um, Nothing was the same after that. I started having temper tantrums, and I became this like kind of like a devil of a child. I was just very like intense and throwing fits all the time. And my parents didn't know what was wrong with me. So they started medicating me. They took me to doctors. They're like, we can't handle him. We don't know what's wrong with him. So they gave me medicine. Um, but what, looking back now, reflecting on that, what happened was that after my mom got injured, she completely disconnected from herself. So any love that she had as the parent before, I felt that disconnect because I was very sensitive as a child. I was very like aware. But then I started acting out, and they didn't know how to respond because they didn't know how to even take care of themselves at that time. So I went through a really intense traumatic period for the next like 5 to 7 years, kind of growing up in that, in and out of different facilities. They're trying to tell me that there's something wrong with me. I ended up gaining a lot of weight. But then a few years later, as I was transitioning into high school, something just clicked. Like, I guess I was maturing, and I transitioned off of the medicine, and my mom's thing kind of went to the back. Everything was normal, and I started losing weight, and I started stepping into who I was, and I got into fitness. I made a lot of friends, and I was happy for the first time in a very long time. But then at the same time as that was happening, the economic crisis happened, and our house started getting foreclosed. So that home that I grew up in just like completely was being taken away from us. And then at that same period, I found my mom using hardcore drugs because of the stress of us losing our home. But it turned out that she had relapsed because when she was in her younger, like 20s or something like that, she was using drugs as well, which I never knew. So it's not like she fell into them; she just relapsed, but like 25 years down the line. So then she was in and out of rehabs, and I was taking myself to school, kind of really just raising myself and having to really mature at a rapid rate to survive, because I was in this very intense environment with a lot of angry emotions, and the money in the house was always low, and we were poverty stricken. We ended up moving to the ghetto a little bit after that, in a really intense neighborhood. My mom was in and out of the rehabs again, and then she went to jail at one point trying to fund her addiction. And I was just trying to get enough grades, like good grades in high school, so that I can actually make a life for myself and get out of that environment, because it was like this toxic cloud that I was just living in, and there's nothing that I could really do. But when I was in high school, I decided that my senior year, I was like, I need to get out of this. I need to remove myself from the situation. This is toxic. So I ended up moving into an apartment by myself with my best friend, and it was the best year of my life. Then I fell into spirituality. Somebody gave me this book called The Power of Now, and
The
started
power of
reading that.
now.
It started waking me up, and I started realizing the ego and just like all of these things that I knew deep inside, my soul was just being woken up. Started meditating every single day, and I started processing a lot of the traumas that I had like obtained when I was younger, and I started to see it from a different perspective. I started seeing that my parents are my parents, but they're just other human beings. It's not like that I am subservient to them and they're not these God figures. They are humans that are going through this human experience, and they have trauma as well. So I was really able to step back and see life from that situation at a very early age, which was a gift. And along that time when I was living by myself, I had to rapidly mature because I was taking care of myself. I was paying my own bills. I was going to school. I was driving, I was on my own. Um, and I started applying for scholarships to go to college. And then I ended up luckily making a lot of money with the scholarships because I was in poverty, and I got out of there. And I went to Florida State, up in Tallahassee, and I got 2 degrees. I don't use them at all, but I got a degree in entrepreneurship and management information systems, which is
Oh,
like a
for sure you
database.
use it. For sure you use it some way or another. It relates. Everything
So it
relates.
does, it
Yeah.
does. I learned a lot, and I met a lot of cool connections. And I actually, because of those degrees, I ended up accepting this job in San Francisco, making a lot of money, like over 80,000 right out of school. It was incredible.
Wow.
It was incredible. But when I got to San Francisco, I wasn't happy. I was making all this money, and I had externally made it, but I wasn't happy at all. I was actually withering away, and I was falling like into addictions and like alcohol and all these things. And I was like, this can't be it. I need to change this. I need a change. So I quit my job and I moved to Miami. And along that path, I got sober. Um, I got certified in gamma breathwork, and then I was able to work with clients in a greater capacity. And then we created this workshop, and everything started expanding as I stepped away from what society was telling me to do, and I stepped into aligning with my heart, even though it didn't look possible. It was crazy, like quitting my job and moving to Miami with no plan. It was crazy. That's what everyone was telling me. Family was saying, don't do it. My friends were worried about me, but I was following that little beacon inside of me that was saying, you have better work. You have different work to do, work that's going to be so fulfilling, so worth waking up for, that it's going to blow your mind. And that's where I am today. I'm actually aligned to what I know I'm here to do, working with people at a great capacity and facilitating and like great transformation. And it's powerful and it's fulfilling. So I'm grateful for this
Beautiful
opportunity.
story. Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful story. Yeah, I heard a part of it before, but I'm just amazed. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of your journey. It's beautiful, connecting with all the past memory that you have, and you're very powerful. And I have seen you work, and I'm very honor to have you with us. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much. And after all what you went through, really listen to your higher self and connect is is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that, my love. Just to hear and open up. Beautiful. Well, okay, so you guys, Josh is here with us and he has a lot to offer, as you know, as you hear. So connect through Bagua Center. And so how is your schedule? Because I know you 3 hours difference, right? Like
Yep.
what
So
time
I'm
is
3 hours
theirs?
different. Right
Mm-hmm.
now it
In the West
is
Coast,
12:06
it's 12.
p.m.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so and you open for private sessions every day,
Yep. Yep.
mostly.
They
Okay,
could reach out to me, and it's mostly every day. So, and yeah, just whatever. I'll work with whoever's schedule, and we'll make a time that works.
perfect, perfect. All right. So beautiful to speak to you. I can't wait about the weekend or what you're going to do, you guys. Woohoo!
So excited.
Yeah, I went to me too. I went to Bagua. I've been going there since a week, like little by little to organize the space and and it's so beautiful. It's just so nice to feel the energy there that for sure, hopefully very soon when we can just open up.
Yeah.
So how's everything there and what you are?
Yeah, over here it's nice because we're in this little town called Shawnigan Lakes, and it's kind of 30 minutes away from the major city over here, and we're surrounded by forest and nature, and
Mm.
it's a blessing. I'm really taking this time to go inward, to meditate a lot, to focus on the healing work, and to serve.
So in all this time that you've been inwards, what is the best that you have encountered? What is the best message you can give us?
Hmm. To really take the time that we're given as a gift and a blessing, and to utilize it to really get to know yourself on a deep, deep, deep level, because that's all that really matters in this world. If you know who you are, everything else makes sense.
I agree, 100%. So the slow down was incredible. I did listen to it. My guys told me stop. It was really a stop. I was fighting a little bit. I was like, yeah, no, maybe stop. So I did, and it feels so good just to be, just to not think about anything or try to do or move, just to listen and to enjoy it. Just every day, every morning, the sun. It's been incredible. So, but now we're ready.
Yeah, our
We're
society
ready.
is just it's so go go do do. We're built on this really masculine culture of business and corporate business, and really needing to feel like we're in competition and needing to survive all the time.
Yes,
But it takes us away from the present moment. Like we're here in these physical bodies to have this beautiful experience, but we're all stressed out, anxious, fearful. Like we need to reconnect with who we are so that we can really enjoy this time and just be.
and coming back is so true, love. And coming back, you know, claiming your power and really bring that power within you and know that we can't come back into the same Maya, into the same 3D that we've been doing it because it's not gonna sustain the energy that is presented right now. It's not gonna sustain any low vibration anymore. Any like I noticed that I was running every day, 9 o'clock, and I run into Bagua and then come here night. And it was 12 hours there, beautiful. I love my work. It's a gift to be helping people connected. But I also realized that I wasn't enjoying my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't enjoying the life out of Bagua. I
Mm-hmm.
love the work, but outside, I have beautiful birds that I love, that I connect, my dog, be in my cocoon here, friends. So this is one of the things that I decide now I'm gonna take it easy. I'm going to enjoy more all those things that you know that you build. So it's important to connect and listen to your body and breathe and just be and trust the universe. The universe comes in with all the gifts that you want. So we manifest everything we want.
Definitely. And this is the perfect time because everything's transitioning online. So it's the perfect time to learn something or to try a workshop or to work with somebody one-on-one to go deeper. Because as you said, we're transitioning. The vibration of the earth is rising, and low vibrations cannot exist in the earth that's coming, which means in order for us to exist there, all of these low vibrations need to be purged. So all of your traumas or your shadow self that we haven't really been willing to look at needs to come to the surface. And if you haven't been exposed to this type of healing work before, it means you might need assistance. And that's what we're here for. We're here to assist you during this period to help make the transition a little bit more smooth, comfortable, easier.
It's true. So true. All right, my love. So we're going to close the space. We thank you so much. And we can't wait to continue seeing everything you do. Maybe we do gamma work together to show people how it works. But for now, know that he had the 2 events tomorrow and after tomorrow through Bagua. All right, close your eyes. And we're going to thank Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel for holding a space of the 4 directions. Guan Yin, the goddess of compassion, we thank you. Brother and sisterhood of light, we thank you. Extraterrestrials, Pachamama, your higher self, your council of light, my higher self, my council of light. Thank you for everybody who is watching and everybody who is connecting through this energy, through this channel. Thank you, brother. I love you. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Claudia.
you. Thank you.